Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Unsafe Building Department meeting for August 20th to order at 5:31 p.m. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Mr. Hojek?
Here.
Mr. Hunley?
Here.
Mr. Teal?
Here.
Mr. Eldridge?
Present.
Mr. Deutmeyer?
Here.
Mr. Austin?
Present.
Mr. Conley?
Here.
Mr. Gatto?
Here.
Ms. Heineck is present.
Thank you. All right, first off, meeting minutes from July 16, 2025. I didn't see any responses as far as for any changes.
Make a motion.
I'm second.
To approve?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Hojek to approve the July 16th minutes, seconded by Mr. Huntley. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hojek?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Teal?
Yes. Motion carries 3-0. We're going to move on to active unsafe. Item 1, 14616 Dewey Street, Frick. Nobody's been able to get a hold of him, I heard. Have you tried, you said?
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Left messages.
Now, Tony, he never came in to get any permit of anything, has he?
I believe he dropped it off, but the whole issue is going to be with that.
The drainage.
Yeah, that's it. It started out with Jeff, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
It's just kind of.
But nobody's ever sat with them since then, right? I mean,
Not to my understanding.
we got to get a hold of him for that meeting.
True, yeah. Yeah.
Has there been any improvement on that property since the last meeting?
Improvement on his property?
Yeah.
I don't believe there's been any movement. I mean, he initially did some board up stuff, to the crawl space, but really I believe that's been it. I mean, he keeps the grass mowed, but that's really it.
Yeah, so, like I said, I know that, Jeff was involved. I know Don Oliphant was involved with it meeting a long time ago.
Yeah, last year.
So I don't know now if we want maybe Ben to reach out as well, and get with Tim, because I know Tim was in that meeting with Jeff over there for the drainage and stuff like that. So maybe that makes sense, Ben, for you to try to get a hold of Mr. Frick and get that drainage meeting set up.
All right.
Just so he can move forward with his, maybe he doesn't understand maybe he's thinking there's a holdup with the permit, but doesn't realize, I don't know, yeah.
There's been problems getting a hold of him in the past. Why we can't get a hold of him now? We'll just continue it.
Yeah.
Can we set a time limit? And like 60 days, if you don't do something in 60 days, it's gonna be demolished?
Yeah, we can, but then, Ryan, if you want to elaborate on that a little bit, there's time to that then, right? I mean, that just doesn't happen overnight, right?
Correct, right, we have an unsafe report on this, don't we, Tony?
Yes.
Yeah, old one.
So, in order to move on the demo, we would need an update to that, and we would have to order title work from Fidelity, which we could easily do between tonight and the next meeting in September.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if we really wanted to, we'd be ready to potentially issue the initial order of demolition in the September meeting. It would be up for affirmation then in the October meeting, before it could actually be affirmed and sort of finalized. So that's kind of, we're talking 2 to 3 month process basically. But, every meeting that goes by, you lose another month. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the tug of war that's been going on in this one.
Would it be best for, like when I go out and I look at some of these buildings, start over again from square one, even though it's not starting over, we're updating. We can update the improvements you made on the first one, and then anything else we spot.
Are you talking on the unsafe premises report?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I mean, all that stuff can be given to Tony or whomever is preparing it. They can update the reports accordingly.
Okay.
I just mentioned that because it seemed like there was trouble getting a hold of it.
It's good, no, it's a good point.
Yeah.
He may be sitting on that because he's waiting to see what's gonna go on with the drainage issue, and he can't do anything without that, but then again, That's part of this building.
Yeah.
You gotta come in and try and find out what Mr. Huntley's doing.
Yeah, so I guess then we'll just have Ben try to reach out to him multiple, ways. I mean, and sure we have a cell number. You have
I think
something?
there's a confusion on maybe Mr. Frick's part. If I read some of the notes and some of the transcriptions that have been gone and the responses that he's had, it appears that he thinks, well, he doesn't need the drainage anymore because we fixed his curb line or whatever, but that's not the issue. He does have a drainage issue over there. And I don't know if he thinks, well, because I don't need it anymore, I don't need the town, I don't have to respond.
Well, I'm not sure if that's what, just by me speaking with Mr. Frick myself, prior to him even having the plans for the house, there was some discrepancies on him, like you said, I don't need it, it doesn't help me, but after seeing the plans, he does have drainage issues.
He does.
So, that misunderstanding, we can only, assume that's what it is. So, what is what's the thoughts, guys? I mean, I know we wanna have Ben reach out to him, but,
Right.
I see where Jim's coming from as well, too.
Yep.
This is one of these 2-year projects, so,
If we don't have contact by next meeting, I think we should go ahead and
yeah.
issue the order.
Tony, is the house really, from the last I saw of it, looks secure. Is it still pretty secure, or?
Yeah, as far as I know, I didn't walk around it, but just from the
Yeah.
street, the windows are still boarded up.
Because you can see parts of it from, different, the parking lot.
Yeah.
Right, so, I'll take a look at it again and get with you and see what you think. I mean, like you said, he's cutting the grass, but that's it.
Yeah. I would assume that we're gonna be deferring this then?
Yes.
This-
Yeah. What do you wanna do it for 30 then, Jim? You thinking 30?
Next meeting, see if we
Next
can
meeting,
find out what
30
happened.
days, deferred for 30 days?
Yeah, and then Ben can get us updated, as, what's going on with that meeting, as far as if he can get it scheduled,
All right.
well in advance of the next meeting.
All right, I'll make a motion that we defer Dewey Street, Mr. Frick, for another 30 days till the next meeting, which is September 17th.
Yes. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion to defer to the next meeting, by Mr. Hojek, seconded by Mr. Huntley. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wojak?
Yes.
Mr. Huntley?
Yes.
Mr. Thiel?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. We definitely have a light agenda today, which is kind of good in a way, but, hopefully we'll start getting some of these other ones taken off the list as well. We're gonna move on to the potentially unsafe. These are the ones that, the letters were sent out. Those letters were a 60-day, compliance, we need to hear some kind of a response. We'll start out with item 1, 7131 West 137th Place. Cheryl, you said that they did come in for the permit to,
For the garage.
for the garage, and they were just gonna put a new roof on it, because that's the issue with it.
That's as far as this is.
Do you know anything about that, Tony?
Just the
I
roof.
don't.
Okay, this is the one right across the street where you can see through the roof.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so I don't know what we wanna just keep it on potential unsafe until the roof is replaced. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, if they come in and have the permit, Tony, then we've had that discussion before of, do we leave it on, do we take it off, what,
Well, the condition still exists until they make the repair, so they can get the permit set on it for a year and.
That's my concern.
Right.
Yeah, like any demo permit,
Right.
even, until we put a stipulation on, no, 60 days, versus a year.
It's just like what we just talked about.
Yeah.
He pulled permits and he hasn't done it, so, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave that on, I'll run by and check that one.
Yeah.
And then take a look at it.
Okay, item 27704 West 134th Court. Cheryl, what do we got on that one?
Nothing.
No response, right?
No.
Okay. Which is, unlike the first one, we're looking more for responses, that way Tony doesn't, we don't have to do the full-blown report like it's done in the past, but, I'm not sure if everybody feels the same way. If we don't get a response within the 60 days, then we, inform Tony, hey, go out there and do the report on this one, and then it becomes active unsafe on the list.
And this has been going on this one, I wrote that one off in April.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah, and it, July 1st, well, it was sent July 1st.
Yeah.
So technically, we wouldn't do anything until the next meeting, Ryan?
Well, I guess
If
that's
it's a
kind
true
of
60 days?
the crossroads we're at is how you wanna handle this. So, the 60 days are going to expire midway between this meeting and the next meeting.
Correct.
If there is no response, is that something you want Cheryl to just communicate to Tony or vice versa? And then we can have a report prepared for the next meeting. Otherwise, again, then, so we're not losing another.
Yeah, that wouldn't have to come from direction from us to do it. We can do it now.
It's on our list, right? If we just pluck things off the list, that send Tony out to write reports up on. So if you don't have any communication.
By
from
September
property
2nd, since the 1st is a holiday.
Yep, have Tony if it's possible, have the reports for the September meeting, and then you guys can review them and determine if they meet the criteria to move it to an active unsafe, as opposed to waiting until September to do very little.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather do it that way. Make sense, Cheryl? Okay. Moving on to item 3, 7204 West 129th Lane. Same thing, letter sent July 1st. No response. So we'll do the same with that one.
Yeah, I see.
All right, just making my notes here. Item number 4, 13025 Tyler Street, letter sent July 1st. You said this was a no response, as we spoke earlier, right? But you said the gentleman's out of the country?
No, I know Terry has talked with them, he came in the office the one time, and he said he was gonna be out of the country for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
And that was-
he's having surgery
That was
on.
back then.
Now, this is unoccupied though, right?
Yes.
And, but it is still for sale?
Tyler Street, yes.
Yes. I'm thinking we definitely need to do this on this one especially since we know it's for sale. That way it doesn't fall through the cracks like any of the other ones that have been on our list. And then it got sold and then, hey, I bought the house and then, I didn't know it was on an unsafe list before it was official. So I think we'll do the same thing with this and, on September 2nd, have Tony do the report on it.
Excuse me.
Oh. All right, 13438 Hilltop.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, it's been on for a while.
Yep, yeah, that one has been. No. So we'll do the same for that, Cheryl?
Okay.
Okay, 7513, 136th Lane. Is that a west, is there east, or, is there something missing from that? I don't have the
I
original.
did not see a west or anything like that, but I didn't look on GIS really either, so.
Okay. And I don't have my sheet, from the last one with your,
Yeah, I don't.
Quick
have-
inspection,
I don't
John?
have that one on here. I'll, mark this down and go look at it.
yeah. And that one, the letter wasn't sent.
No,
Right,
right.
I'll go double check that.
yeah. All right, under permit demo orders, I heard the news today about the 7105. Yeah, not good. Well, what's your thoughts on that, Tony?
They did what they were supposed to do with putting a foundation under it. Ryan said that was one of the trickiest houses he's put a foundation under because of the condition of the house. And then some contractor showed up out there, no license, no permit, and started doing work on the house, and it's in a pile now. Laying on top of the new foundation with a new deck.
So,
So it's not cleaned up.
Oh, no.
oh, it's not cleaned up.
Well, at this point, they need a demo permit, by a licensed contractor, because the guys out there weren't licensed, and it's kind of a mess. But he's gonna have to start over, and it's not repairable,
I understand that after I heard that it fell over when it was,
Right.
were they setting it back down on the foundation and it fell, or?
No, the foundation, all foundation work was done, and the foundation company has put a new deck on it as well. I guess these carpenter contractors they claimed they were just trying to install new sill plates on the walls, and something got away from them.
Well, I could see it, I mean, that's a main structure right there, the sill plate's gonna tie the whole wall together on the bottom side.
Right, so, yeah, I mean, it's basically you throw it in dumpsters and start over now. Is what's-
So, I would think, just for sake, that it still needs to stay on our list under permit demo order, even though it's quite a situation. Yeah, Terry?
No, I did talk to him, he called me, Joe Vaughn did, and, he was very apologetic, and, he says he's going to basically make everything right, and he's gonna talk to whoever he needs to talk to, and talk to Tina, and whatever he needs to do, and, they wanna make it right, and so, I talked to Tim and I talked to Michelle, and said, what's the process, and he said, well, he needs to get in here like ASAP, and his contractors need to get licensed.
Yeah.
So that.
Was there an
I guess they
explanation
were,
as to
but
why?
they weren't currently licensed.
What's that now?
I guess they were, but they weren't currently licensed?
No, it was like from 2019 was their last license, so, it was a minute ago.
Yeah. So, he said he's gonna rectify that in short order. And-
Yeah, I mean, I
He's gotta
think,
make everything right.
right, and knowing that the foundation's in there, and they were gonna, go through the process of fixing it, on its current footprint, I say it should continue. I don't know what we do, as far as unsafe right now, if we just still leave it in your guys' hand, but if it's still a pile there, is it now more unsafe?
It's hard to say. That's hard to say. I think, it's pretty much, the same. So maybe just leave it on here as an update, and I'm sure we're gonna see something happen within the next month. I imagine it'll be cleaned up, and they'll be working on new plans for that footprint.
What do we do for the fact, though, that if they weren't licensed? I know there's, in the past, other contractors, we've,
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes treated as a slap on the wrist, but this got pretty messy, so,
yeah.
I don't know, really. I don't know, we'll have to discuss that, I guess, maybe tomorrow morning we'll.
That's up to the building department, not us, right, though?
Right, but it is still on unsafe, and if anything more, Jim, I feel it is more unsafe. But as far as that goes, Ryan, what do you feel if, I know in building departments, working without permit, you can get, fined 3 times the permit fee. We do that in, most cases. What about this type of a situation if they weren't licensed?
Well, the town has an ordinance that requires contractors to be licensed, right? So that would have to be dealt with by whatever mechanism the ordinance provides for. It's probably not this board, it'd have to be the building department probably, or the police department, code enforcement, whomever, would go out and issue a citation to those individuals or the company that was operating without a license.
Yeah.
So certainly that's something that can be done and probably should be looked at considering the circumstances.
Right.
But given, the questions as to whether this should stay on the agenda, if it is indeed just a pile of rubble, probably should be until said pile of rubble is cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't suggest this comes off the agenda, especially now since it is effectively a demo, until they have the plans drawn, the permit pulled, and they're starting the construction of the new home.
Yeah.
Then in the past, what has happened is the board has just turned that over to the building department to kind of monitor that and
Yeah.
watch it moving forward.
Okay.
I do recall, where we had, and this was, I think, during, when Ashley was here, there was a job that had happened, no permit, no license by the contractor. We did attempt to find the contractor, but he just pretty much didn't pay, and that was the end of it, so, I don't think we had any recourse beyond that, but this is a little different situation, because that job was a roof replacement, I think, and it was done, so it was easy for him to just skip town and be gone.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a mess in progress, so.
Yeah. And Terry, you did say that they were gonna come in and get licensed?
Yeah, I talked to him today, and I talked to, while he was on the phone, I talked to Tim, and Tim was in the room, and I gave him instructions that he has to come in and get his building permit, do whatever Tim and Michelle says. and get this cleaned up and make sure that he makes whatever restitution with Tina Walters.
Yeah.
Or Tina Waters, I should say.
Yeah.
So, and he agreed that that is the appropriate thing to do.
When they come in for a
He
permit,
contacted me though, I didn't contact him, so he was proactive.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
when they come in for a permit though, they are advised that they have to have a licensed contractor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You have anything on Lemoore Street? Are they still, figuring things out with that?
I haven't spoken to Dave, I mean, they got an active permit, so. we just-
Same thing?
Yeah,
We'll
pretty much.
hang tight.
Alright.
Rich,
Yeah,
can we go back?
to item 1?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted to finish this first, or,
No, I'm sorry.
yeah, I was,
Yeah, we saw.
yeah, I did see. Yeah, we can. We'll go back to, item 1, 14616 Dewey Street, Frick. Mr. Frick, we seen you walk in, we kinda went over it already, we're moving along today, so.
Oh, no problem, I was told 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll go back to this. How you doing today?
All right, how are you?
Name and address for the record?
Tom Frick, 808 West, 146th Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana, 46303.
Okay. So, is there a day that you could meet with the town staff as far as the drainage issues and stuff like that, that they were saying that, in order to, with the permit that you submitted and stuff for the house, to meet with Ben and Tim, and who else would you,
Probably, Luke.
and Luke, yeah, the town engineer?
Sure. I found that.
Yeah, what would be a good day for you?
Well, I'm working nights right now for the next 4 days, next 4 nights, I take time off to come here, but, I'll be off, Monday, Tuesday, I'm sorry. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, and then, if it's during the day, I could, because I work evenings, and I have to be at work before, you know, I could clean them during the day,
Yeah, and I would think that would be better for you guys, especially with Luke, so, Luke should be here for plan commission tonight, right?
Yes.
So, I guess that, Ben can get with Luke and get something figured out. What's the best way to contact you as soon as he finds out from?
I can't even,
Terry?
yeah, he's got a phone number.
Okay, so just call? Okay,
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got here.
yeah,
He left a message for,
okay.
yeah, I mean,
So Monday, Tuesday of next week should be
sure,
good? Okay,
yeah,
sound good, Ben?
yep. Just let me know the time.
He will, Ben will.
Yeah, so as soon as he speaks with the engineer today.
No problem, I want to get it resolved, because
Yeah,
it's an issue that, ain't going away.
yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Great, I ain't gonna be late.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, update items, Kubiak Properties, we really have nothing else on that. 9320, 142nd, Tony, what was your thoughts on that? I know,
Stopped by just to get another look at it today, and the neighbor across the street came over and asked if he was doing a good job keeping it mowed. If the neighbor was doing, he's been mowing.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna go inside the foundation and knock the weeds down too, which obviously none of this is his job. It's not technically complete. I don't know whether he got the sewer tap, inspected or not, or whether he decided to abandon or keep it. I'd have to look at the permit to see if he, I would imagine he decided to keep it live, but technically he's gotta grade the existing hole and seed it. And then it would be more mowable.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not.
Yeah, like we said at the last meeting, those cinder blocks that he set up against the line, I'm good with that. If they're gonna reuse them for any reason, I can't see.
They're stacked, they're not in a haphazard pile or anything like that, so.
Right.
I would like to see him just carry it out, you know.
Yeah.
Finish it out, but.
So if we can reach out to him, just, you know, say, hey, you know, we're still not done yet. And get a response from him and then just fill us in on how it
On the
went.
sewer tap thing, see if he got it inspected or not, or if he's keeping or abandoning it.
Yeah.
Did you do Klein Avenue with Kubiak?
Yeah, I said we didn't have any other updates on that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Bob.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I think anyone on the update list ought to be sent a letter to come in and tell us what their updates are planning, instead of us waiting to find out when they do something. So I'd like to see everybody on the update item that hasn't complied, needs to be at the next meeting, so we know they are doing something or are not doing something.
Well, I know that we didn't want to keep having them coming on the meetings on certain things. You know, it's almost, how do we, you know, it'd have to be a case-by-case thing. You know, because some of the update items, you know, are ones that we already tore down. You know, so you're saying like, you know, for instance, if it's still active as far as on the demo, but not completed.
Like, two, for example, Kubiak property and, the barn on there.
Yeah, on that,
That's been
yeah.
on for months and we don't hear nothing or something.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us what you're gonna do, either remodel?
Yeah, we could reach out to Mr. Herbert and stuff like that, just to get updates on what's going on with it, I would imagine. I know some of the other houses that are not on the list anymore, some of those individuals would actually either text me, email me, you know, and give me updates just, you know, a couple days prior to the meeting, saying, hey, you know, house is still listed, I had 3 showings, whatever, stuff like that. So those were, so we can reach out, you know, we could talk to them to get updates like that then, and say, hey, you at least gotta keep us posted.
Right.
Sounds good,
That
Joe?
Avenue house is still under permit for demo, I mean, this permit's good until it expires, so.
Yeah,
I guess for him to show up and give updates, like, if you want him to, that's up to you.
right, it, that's where it's like a case-by-case thing,
Right.
you know?
It's under, demo permit already?
Yeah, he got the demo permit before the letter was sent out, so.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we will go to 13713 Parish, everything's still the same on that?
And we haven't heard nothing, we don't, they supposedly had plans to rebuild something there, but, I seen someone mowing the grass there today, but that was about it.
Yeah.
They're trying to make that into a residential structure, but I know they were talking to the plan commission, bringing in plans and stuff, and they're just trying to find.
They haven't brought nothing into the plan commission for a while.
Other than just getting it
Yes,
rezoned.
Right.
Yeah, we can talk with Mr. Herbert. Ryan, any update on the other ones?
No, Mogan is still, the claims filed in the estate of Mr. Mogan, still waiting to be paid on that. Ward, we have the judgment entered against, the wards. Nothing, I mean, you know, we just kind of wait for that to sell. And Land Bank is kind of the poster child for what can happen, you know, in worst case scenario, and that is, the Land Bank builders folks did not pay their property taxes, which isn't a great shock considering they didn't do anything at the property.
Right.
So that parcel was just sold at tax sale recently. We received a notice that there is a purchaser of that tax certificate. If the tax sale concludes and that purchaser gets the certificate, our judgment against that particular piece of property will go away, because they'll buy it free and clear, just like any other judgment that would attach to a parcel that's sold at tax sale. So, that's the worst case scenario, and that's what is upon us. So the town, I guess, has a couple of choices. One, you do nothing and you get nothing. The second alternative is you could go in and redeem it, but then you're gonna spend a bunch of money to redeem the property, only then to foreclose on it to try to get your $5 or $6 grand back. So it's kind of...
On a lot that's unbuildable on an unimproved road, private road, not, the juice not worth the squeeze case, right?
Probably, I don't know exactly what the redemption amount would be, but it's most likely more than our judgment's already worth, so.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the total was on what the,
I mean, I think both Ward and Land Bank were in the vicinity of $7 or $8 grand.
yeah,
That we had invested in the demolition. So, you know, if you wanna redeem it, call it a few more grand, and by the time all's said and done, you might sink 15 into it. And what, you're gonna sell it, and you're selling the unimproved, unbuildable lot on an unimproved road. Doesn't seem like the wisest investment, but
Correct.
that's the only way, if you wanna actually recover some money, that's the only way to do it.
yeah,
Otherwise, it's gone.
makes sense,
Keep a lot of that.
yeah. So right now, I guess we just kinda let it run its course then, what is,
Yeah, I mean, the tax sale process, I honestly didn't pay attention if it was a commissioner's sale or a treasurer's sale. So if it's a commissioner's sale, they would have a redemption period of 120 days. If it's a treasurer's sale, it's a whole year to redeem it. So I'd have to look back at the notice to figure out exactly which one it was. So the process could take anywhere from 6 months to 14, 15 months, depending upon
yeah.
which certificate they have.
I mean, the good news is it's no longer unsafe since it
Yeah.
was torn down,
Just a matter of recouping the money.
or not, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So just definitely leave that on the list, just because.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let it run its course unless you tell us otherwise, and we'll see. I mean, the tax sale purchaser could ultimately abandon
Yeah.
pursuit of it as well. I've seen that before. In theory, Land Bank could go in and redeem it, but I find that to be highly unlikely considering what has happened in this case. And this one's been around for a long time.
Yes, it has. I forgot when it burned.
This one wasn't the burned up one. Shane's?
No, that one burned.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, did it burn in the meantime? I say,
Burned 5 years ago.
I'm old enough to remember when INACQ LLC came in here and they were all very snazzily dressed and they flew in from Las Vegas and they were glitzy and glamoury and they had all big plans. And then they realized there was work involved and they bailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you here for that, Tony?
Yeah.
Oh. Time flies.
All right, item 7, West 127th Lane. Do we have any update on the appraiser info and stuff like that with selling that one?
I don't have a second appraisal, but we are working on it.
Okay. And then Edison, I haven't spoke to Tim. I actually talked to him this morning about something else, but I didn't think about asking him. I know he did mention that once the old house was taken down over at the WPM site, that he was gonna get the excavator over there. However, I would imagine with all this rain we had, that's gonna be a no-go for a while. I know it's pretty low before you get to the house.
Right.
So I can't see tearing stuff up just to tear it down.
I don't know if he's gonna wait till leaves are off the trees again now.
Yeah, I would think the same.
Yeah.
He said it was too much.
Yeah.
To get back there.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have more update on that later. You guys have anything else before we get to public comment?
Yeah, I had a question, it's something that Rich and I had talked about earlier, is, when we see these buildings, and I'm just gonna use 141st Street, with the whole sidewall blown out of it, in my opinion, my professional opinion, dangerous building. As a fire officer, I would have called for board up immediately on it, okay? Whether it's the homeowners or not, it's a dangerous building, we know about it. That puts Cedar Lake now in that loop, whether we get sued or not, but if somebody gets hurt in there and we know about it and don't do anything about it. So my concern is when can we establish, if maybe it's already established after a certain time period of letters and stuff, an open building, we just say, let's just board this up, now you're gonna pay for it, because it's an unsafe building in our town. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but I mean, to me, it's extremely, I drive around and I see some of these buildings that are open, they should be boarded up and closed immediately. You know, all we need is one child to get hurt or somebody to get hurt, and we're on the hook for it because we know about it. And you're gonna be on the hook for it because your position.
Sure.
Granted, we're all protected to a point, but still, that's our job. So do we have an ordinance there?
There's mechanisms in the unsafe building law for dealing with emergency situations. We certainly had one on fires before, where we'd go in and whether it was just reducing it into a pile of rubble or boarding it up or things like that. Those are certainly extreme situations that the board can take reasonable steps immediately to sort of secure those items.
Would it be wise to give the owners of the property at least, you know, a heads up, say, hey, this is bad, we're gonna give you 24 hours via phone call or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
After
that makes perfect sense, to at least give them the opportunity and advance notice. Maybe you want to give them slightly more than 24 hours, but again, it depends upon the
I
situation.
mean, obviously, it's emergency, we'll have the fire and police over there and Tony, and, you know, they'll make the decision based on their knowledge.
But there are mechanisms, and I know when we had a fire, I think it's only happened once before that we did something on a real, like, emergency basis. We had prepared some form of notice that went to the property owner as well, just notifying them of the exigent circumstances. So certainly those are things that can be done.
But we can't bill them, correct, for the...
Yeah, I mean, there, again, just like demoing the property, right? Actions that are taken in an emergency situation or the unsafe building law can be compensated back to the town, just like, you know, demoing a property that's been on the agenda for 3 years.
Yeah.
Do you think, Ryan, that this could be something like, you know, how we just sent out the 6 letters? And of course, this was one of the houses we sent the letters out, hey, get a response, we got some issues, but maybe a little more severity to the letter?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about one that's open.
Yes.
That could be kind of an attractive nuisance to small children or even teenagers that want to go and cause a ruckus. Yes, I mean, I don't think you give them 60 days. Right, this is a significant problem, it is a significant public safety concern, and the situation will be remedied at your cost if you don't fix it in whatever.
Yeah.
You know, eventually, I mean, I've seen it already, you know, you could get some squatters in there and, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen.
And I think we did that with the garage that was unsafe previously. We sent them a notice, it wasn't quite as short a time frame, but it was like, hey, you gotta knock this thing down. I think we gave them 2 weeks.
Yeah, because we
You gotta
were
knock
gonna
it down,
go
or
into
we're gonna do
emergency. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have some specimen letters that we've done in a situation like that as well.
Yeah. Did 141st get taken care of, or that's still open?
That's the one that
The whole sidewall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that he's gonna be tearing down.
Okay. This is still wide open?
Yeah,
right
did he
now?
come in for the permit?
He did.
Right, yeah, you just showed me that earlier, right? Yeah,
It was processed yesterday. I don't know if he picked it up today or not.
yeah.
But again, he's got a year.
Yeah.
Here, so now this building is still sitting open. In my opinion, I would have boarded it up already.
Sure.
Yeah, so maybe, I guess, you know, a little learning curve on this letter thing going out, on severity of them and stuff like that, you know, now it's like we're kind of going back on it, saying, hey, we're giving you 60 days to comply, and then you get a year to tear it down, but yet it still sits for a year like that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just safer and it looks better for the community too.
yeah, so whenever Cheryl and I and Terry sit down and issue the letters like that, we, you know, maybe, we're more focused on, hey, let's get this letter, let's get some compliance, some response, and get them in here without thinking, you know, what you just brought up.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things I noticed in a couple of communities, they go to as far as, well, not only are you paying to have it boarded up, but we want it painted the same color. You know, I mean, it's like, okay, we don't have to go that crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but that's where it's at, they don't mess around with that, and I just think it's for our best interest as a community to take care of those before something happens
Yeah.
we can't get out of.
Yeah.
Does the town have money to board these places up once we order it?
Well, we would obviously have to pay for the board up, and then we'd have to.
And that would come from that, unsafe building, fund,
Yeah.
so we would just have to see the balance in that.
And then whoever it's, I'm sure board up's here on a rotating schedule, I don't know how they work it here.
I don't know.
Yeah. Who do you use, Tony, do you know?
For Florida?
Yeah.
Not a clue.
Okay.
We've used the street department in the past.
Yeah, that's not their, we need somebody like a professional bond up board up company that could, do the building. Yeah. Who does it for fires, do we know? When we have a fire in town, who boards up?
Hey, there's a thing,
1-800.
You board up something like that, just name of companies, it's usually.
Board Up Unlimited or
Something like that,
1-800 Board Up,
yeah.
yeah, there's a bunch of them out there, but.
Yeah. Yes, Ben?
If we board them up, how do we pay for that then? How do we collect the funds that we spend to board up their property?
Basically,
That, right?
It'd be the same way as we would collect on a house you knock down. So you send them an invoice, they don't pay, you turn around and sue them.
So then, okay.
versus, I understand it, it's terrible to put that money out versus a lawsuit.
Well, and that's the coin
Somebody gets
flip,
hurt, and then you gotta go, you gotta do this.
yeah, that's the coin flip we see with land bank. You know, this is one more than likely we're not gonna see those funds. But since we've torn some down, three that I know of, the most, you know, we did recover money from it. So, you know, but those were different cases.
Yeah, I mean, every case is different.
If we issued a demolition order on a house and not boarded up, would that sort of clear us that it is under notice to repair?
Not really, I mean, the demo order just says you gotta tear it down, right? It doesn't actually remedy the situation until we go in and tear it down, so.
But it shows us that we're taking a step toward
Yeah, I mean,
that.
maybe.
We're not ignoring
I mean,
it.
if I was a plaintiff's lawyer, I'd say you didn't take enough steps, right? You knew then that it was wide open and you left it open.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not every single building we look at, that's not the case. Some of them can just be put a piece of, you know, plywood on it and it's done. I'm talking a big one, like the one that you brought to my attention, and I looked at it and I was like, holy mackerel.
Yeah, it's almost the size of a garage door.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, Jim, were you gonna add something?
I got Tony's gonna give us an update on potential unsafe items 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, we're gonna update them?
Cheryl's waiting on letters from, or response from those letters.
Yeah, no, yeah, Jim, so what's gonna happen with that is on September 2nd, since, you know, the letters were issued on July 1st, after that, when, you know, if we don't have a response from it, then Tony will go out and do like, you know, business as usual. He will do the actual unsafe report then, give us the whole thing, so we start the process, send out the letter, and say, okay, now you have to come to the meeting,
Okay.
right?
Yep, and this is where Tony's looking at it and says, hey, we gotta get this boarded up. That's gonna be where he makes the call with Cheryl and,
Yeah.
you know, or I see it, you see it, whoever.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and nobody's an expert on it, but I know we can all agree on what's an unsafe building for.
When it's open, it's open. I mean,
Yeah.
There were quite a few that I looked at that were open.
They're open, they're wide open to the, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a decision, yeah, that's gotta be made for, you know, whoever's spending the money, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not fair that we're spending our money on it, or their property, but on the other hand, it's in our town, we gotta take care of it.
All right, we have nothing else? We'll move-
I got nothing, boss.
All right, we'll move on to public comment for unsafe building. Anybody have public comment? Second call? Third call? Do we have anybody online? Doesn't look like it. All right, this meeting is adjourned at 6:14 PM. Mr. Hojek, can I get a roll call, please?
Mr. Hojek?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Teal?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. Okay, we'll open it back up, public
I
comment.
don't know my address.
It's Urban James Linden.
Yes, okay.
Okay, yeah, the
14714 Dewey Street.
Yes.
I'm learning that you
Thank
guys-
you.
Yeah.
So I thought that I was supposed to come to this meeting, I thought it was for 60 days, right? Wasn't it 60 days?
I don't recall.
Okay, well anyway.
Okay.
So we you guys wanted me to come back with like a blueprint or something, but I have not worked on the design of what we're gonna build there yet, because
Okay.
we're still gonna demo it. So I might, to be honest, I'm in no hurry to design that until it's down.
Okay.
But my husband has been in there. When he comes home, the look on his face,
Yeah.
he's like, he's in terror. He's traumatized, but he's working on it. He's already filled 3 dumpsters, he's out there again today, so he's trucking away, just getting rid of everything. He's mowed it, and he's gonna continue trucking away. His goal is to, by the beginning of the year, to have it completely demoed. So, that's the goal.
So, Tony, this is no issue with lot size or anything, right?
They're keeping the foundation, so
Okay.
they're rebuilding on that foundation.
That's why he's doing
That's-
everything himself,
Yeah.
to make sure he doesn't crack it, because he has foundation people come. Since the foundation's in good condition, he doesn't want to just like plow it over.
Yeah.
So he's doing everything, and that house, he didn't even know where the stairs were. I go, they're to the right when you walk in.
Yeah.
He kept hearing something annoying while he's there, thinking it's just a live animal, because there's animals living in there. It was the refrigerator that he couldn't see, it had been running.
Oh, he did tell us he kept it plugged in.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, so when I opened it, the smell, we never, it's like.
So,
Anyway,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I would think moving forward, you know, we don't need you to come in for an update like we said earlier on some of them. I would get like text messages, emails, you know, Cheryl would get info from someone.
Okay.
You know, if there was one that was for sale, you know, waiting for sale for someone to do something, you know, we would get updates. As long as we were getting a monthly update,
Right.
you know, and if it's got the demo permit, that's good for a year.
Smith reached out 2 weeks ago, said she wasn't getting any traction with her architect, and asked for a couple references.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she's been working with one of them, so I know
Yeah.
she's working on it in the background, but, you know.
Okay.
I don't like getting in a hurry on a blueprint,
Right.
so, and until the house is completely down, that gives me an idea what I wanna do. But-
Yeah.
You know, that's not the issue. The problem is we just wanna make sure what's going on. So you're
Yeah.
doing great,
Yeah.
great for you
Okay,
guys.
thank you.
Yeah.
Because
Just make sure you put a mask on when you're in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, right. The neighbor, I think, brought over a mask for him. He's like, you need these.
Yeah, you need to wear that,
Yeah, and then if you can just, you know, give like we said, just a monthly update, you know, a couple days prior to the meeting, that way, you know, if you reach out.
And then I let them guys know.
Okay, yeah, you let building department know, you know, and then they can forward it on to us, that way we know.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Sorry for the
Sorry.
confusion.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, so you guys are all here just to be here.
Better than Netflix.
Kudos. Yeah,
All right,
For 2.
yeah. So, I guess we'll do,
Decide to do anything with this or not?
not yet, no, okay. All right, so, we got a first, second, third again for? No, another motion to adjourn. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, meeting is adjourned at 6:19 PM.